Eek! 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 Hello. Oh, god damn it, I keep forgetting to mute my thing when I be right back. Thank you. Hello, welcome back to my channel. How is everybody doing? Because I have been very busy with a lot of things. So obviously I didn't stream last night because stuff happened and stuff always happens. So sorry about that. Yeah, I'm still thinking about them. Obviously I have done some work with Tainaria here. Yeah, I like him. Even only at level 70, he is proving to be useful. Like, seriously useful. I definitely want to get maxed out. Unfortunately, I'm somewhat limited by the fact that there are no more lotuses to collect. Yeah. These fucking things, ooh, I've got them all. Almost as bad as Sangonomiya pearls, but that's just me. And also, it seems to be the fucking this shit, the fungi dust, is like tits on a shark. Just impossible to fucking drop. It's absolutely ridiculous. But hey, we're getting there. We're at least at level 70. He's somewhat useful. A bit of a glass cannon, but I can see, I can already see him being just a valuable member of my team. I'm running around doing a bunch of shit.
Don't be afraid. Make mistakes.
Exploring literally everywhere. So as you can see, I've uncleared pretty much the entire Sumeru map, and boy, yeah, it's fucking huge. I have a feeling this is like, you know, patch area or something like that. I don't know. It makes me feel like that is possibly the same for this bit. I'm not sure, but yeah, I've done some exploration. I've also accidentally started and completed most of the Aranara quest line, or World of Aranara quest line. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, that just goes on, and on. So he's very good for exploration, especially with all the dendro activated puzzle stuff. Very useful for that, especially with his bow and arrow being able to hit stuff from afar. It makes a lot of things easier. So I'm just going to keep him on my team. I'm not quite perfect at setting up, you know, combos yet with him, but I can see the promise. I might not have the best team for him at this time, but I can see his potential with my current team. And yeah, I love the aspect of his skill, which allows you to just instant charge of a bow. Just, ooh, yeah, I mean, that's just so sexy. Considering how long it takes to charge up in the first place. Ooh, instant, just love it. A shame it doesn't last longer, but hey. I have got him with some artifacts, but it's pretty much just what I had lying over. I think I have a general idea of what I want to get for him, so I'm good with that. And obviously profile, get that out of the way and check. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it all cut up. He's I'm not. It might take a bit for him to get him up to level 90 and then get him a good set of artifacts, but as it is, he's doing good for me. So yeah, we'll carry on. Now obviously, continue on with Sumeru. Get up with this Act 4 shit.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers?
And obviously, once I hit Fontaine, I can start working on Naria as soon as
I was
possible.
eating dinner the other day. I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away.
Although by then I
and
might
eating
have already
mushrooms
gotten
and tree roots.
Yelan,
Shouldn't
so
go around
I might
eating
be
that
working
kind
on
of
her
stuff.
instead.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Oh! Huh! I got a new follower and I didn't realise it. Leia the Blood Witch. Well, thank you for that then. I'm at 34 now. That's... Huh. All this goddamn... Yeah, nice. Right. Genshin is working for me, man. Genshin is working.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real
Yeah.
fighter.
That's
Don't
why I
change
want to
the
get it done
subject.
before then, because
Right.
that Natlan would
You
do
were
fucking
asking about
great
the
for
vi-
my channel, won't it?
I mean, the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days
I mean,
since I last
there's
saw
probably
them.
plenty of
I
streamers
usually
out there
go
who
to bed
already
pretty
do
early, so
uh,
I'm
Genshin
not too familiar with what goes on at
content,
night.
and they're probably going to have their fair
Honestly,
share of views
I
themselves.
feel quite sympathetic towards them.
But what's the problem
Even
with
though
one
they
more
act
out there,
a
eh?
bit strange,
Meh?
they've helped me in the past. If it weren't
Especially
for
if
them,
I can go in with
my
two
house would have collapsed
fantastically
long
built
ago.
teams.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Aesop.
I am kind of running out of fractured
You mean
resin
that
though,
nice man who looks like your grandpa's
so I'm not
long-lost
going to be able
twin,
to
right?
grind to the same level
He was
unless I
actually
get
the
more.
one who protected
Which
my
I should
house.
be able to get more by doing everything,
I saw
but
it with
you
my
know,
own eyes.
there's only so much
He
there is.
happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something
And obviously,
with
there's no
his
way I'm
hands
going
on the
to be
ground.
using bloody primo gems
It
to
still feels pretty
restore my
surreal
resin.
now that I think back
That
on
would
it.
be
Did
ridiculous.
someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah. I think so. With Zenless Zone Zero, there's a very hard limit, obviously, because it's early days, on how high of a internet level you can get. And I think most people barely make it to 40 when they're done, right? When they're done with all the content, you can just barely hit level 40. After that, you can pretty much only get internet experience from daily stuff and weekly stuff. And some of that weekly daily stuff is linked to your battery usage, equivalent of resin, and that's also obviously very limited. So you either are using up all the battery boosters that you get from playing the game, which yeah you can do, and even that will still not get you all the way, or you want to, because like no one has hit 50, no one has hit 50. We know that because no one has got the trophy for getting your character or W engine to 60, which you need to get level 54 anyway. So yeah, I mean someone might have by now. Let's have a look.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take a rest while I
Bit
go
of a
back?
distraction, but whatever. Yep. Okay. 0.47% of people who play Zenless Zone Zero have reach level 60 with a W engine for the first time. And yeah, so some people have hit 50. Some people. And they've probably played every single day ever since and played perfectly to get that. I think I'm around about level 45 at the moment, if I believe correctly. And yeah, it's hard. But yeah. No idea what that's about. Huh. Yeah. Be gone, bot. Anyway, shall we get on with this goddamn game, shall we? No more talking, only playing. I am going incorrectly. Jabari!
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. Might explain why she's always mad at me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young, so as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy! Okay, thank you, sir.
Huh? Don't say anything for now.
Ah, we're being followed.
Isak, stay here. Let's
Someone
head
always
over
ends
there.
up following us.
Stay quiet
And
as
it's
you
almost
move.
always the fucking Fatui. Oh, we're finally handing King Dishrit now, are we? I know he's supposed to be faking all that, but I have a feeling there's
Listen,
probably actually
See
something
if you
true
can
to
make
it.
out what they're saying.
In some way.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know
That's
why,
not good!
but it seems like there's some sort of connection between
That's not
insanity
good at all!
and King Deshret. Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for King Deshret's resurrection.
Huh. Now that you say it,
Okay.
that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going
Not
to
for the
take a
god of
turn
insanity,
better?
no!
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard
Oh,
what I asked.
oh! Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. Bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match
I love
for this guy.
I love buffing
Oh,
bleh.
okay, good sir.
Buff.
What is it you would like to know?
Buffing bursts.
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I
That's
went
so
for
cool.
a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that King Deshret will return to this land. I'm not making this up. I swear.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for King Deshret's speedy return. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under King Deshret and fight for a share of the glory.
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it! At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumors said. Please, don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical person
That
you talked about?
Makes so much
I
sense.
haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages. So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
That scared Paimon half to death.
Jesus Christ, he has got high intimidation skill, that's for sure.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Isaac! I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just
Oh, helping the villagers find an old man. It's so fun. Oh no. No, that's... Aw. That's depressing.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes
I
he
mean-
stares at the sky in a daze, and
Okay.
other times
Oh
he
no,
just
okay.
looks at the ground with his
Oh, if
fingers.
it's not that, then it's probably worse.
Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Ooh, that's not much better, is it now? No. Oh boy.
Oh, this is where Grandpa usually stays. There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? Please don't say it, but are you okay?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
So, you know Tainari?
Yep.
Huh? You
He's
know
cool.
him too? Are you two friends?
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From a scholar.
Yep. And land down. Thank you very much. I found a lot of those. Not enough though. According to the map, there's like 228
looking for,
fucking
Sino?
things.
Here
That's
it
a
is.
lot of dendrograms.
Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here.
How?
From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area.
So unless this is
Local
all sand
shoes.
and a, you know,
This was
surface layer of
probably
rock,
someone
that
from
makes
the
sense.
village. The scent is quite faint.
Wait, no, what?
It's still
Hang on.
extant. The footprints head in that direction.
How?
But who would come looking for Grandpa?
Doesn't make any sense to me.
He doesn't have any friends.
We'd
Oh,
have
whatever.
to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent? Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Yeah, but...
Exactly.
Oh, whatever.
Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So, someone's taking
I'll be-
advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Excellent. Hey. So how? How though? Because yeah, there's incense, and we know kind of where it goes, and we're good at tracking
Right.
stuff, especially with
The
elemental sense.
darker fabric
But
definitely
not
looks a lot
exactly
better.
sure.
That'd be my choice too.
Oh, you being girly.
Candace, we've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back. Sounds like everyone's
Does that
friends
pass
already.
the Bechdel test?
Oh, Dia's here too.
Because it is two women talking to each other
You bet.
about something
So,
other than a man,
everything goes
but
smoothly?
it's also something that is very
Reasonably.
stereotypical
Hmm?
of women.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
Hmm.
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
I mean, technically it passes the
Did you
Bechdel
find out
test
anything
as long as you've
useful?
got a female traveller. Because then you've got the female traveller and Paimon. And that means it automatically
I
passes.
see.
Then again,
So
Paimon is...
someone used a
is
kind
Paimon.
of incense to lead the exiled scholars away
So-
from the village.
a bit confusing.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention, making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
someone.
So what should we do then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be
They're
the
either
next
actually
logical
being
step.
sacrificed
But
to
today,
King
you've got
Deshret,
me
which
on
I
your team,
doubt very
so
much,
you get an extra tip.
or actually
Didn't you
being
say that the
sacrificed in
villager
some
got
way
his news from
to
the tavern?
build the...
Well, I
God
also like to
thing,
drink at
which-
the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he
I wonder
mentioned.
if the god thing is supposed to be using the
If Paimon remembers
electro-gnosis rather than the
correctly,
dendro one.
The leader of the radicals is some guy called
Because they're obviously
Delavar.
using
Ah, yeah.
the Akasha
Delavar, the
network,
scar-riddled
which is
bandit,
run by the
Engur,
Gnosis, so they can't take
wide-eyed
that.
butcher,
and obviously
Jabari,
they've
the
only just taken the
duck-tailed bearded
electro-gnosis from
The whole lot of
Raiden.
them are known around
So
these
it makes sense for that
parts.
to do. Also, obviously his, armor thing had a bunch of electro signals on him.
These guys have one thing in common.
But then if
and
they got the
that's
Gnosis, why
being
do they
broke.
need to become a
The
god in
rougher
such a
life
way?
gets, the more they want to
Because
believe
the Gnosis
in
just
King
turns you
Deshret.
into the god, doesn't
Way they
it?
see
As
it,
far as I know,
King
unless there is
Deshret's
a more
resurrection
involved
is their
process
only
than that.
chance at overthrowing the academia.
Because taking it from them is literally an act of just taking them.
Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to
Very
change
confused.
the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every more I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
What?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. But compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
I highly doubt that.
I need to go around and ask some questions. But it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan.
I know
The
this is
Traveler
all
and Paimon
a
will go to
play,
Caravan
but still.
Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
God, it really is so obvious sometimes that they only have 3 kinds of body models. Eh. Oh well. Not one to complain, it means I can put out more characters. Who am I? No. You stupid fuck. Over there. Let me just go to the Statue of the 7 quickly. Because I forgot to put some dendrograms in. Dendroculuses. Sorry, dendrograms is the other thing, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's real cool. 25, the next one. And I got one of them. Which also, by the way, it's really annoying that the Dendro Traveler stuff is upgraded by the exact same this fuck is. Now, obviously, I've already got him up to 6.6. Well, no, I haven't. Actually, I need more of them. Yeah, I need more of them. But I've almost got him up to 6.6.6. So, soon I'll be able to get Traveler up to 6.6.6. For now, the conversation will have to happen. That's brilliant, that is. Yeah. It's tricky, really. Travel up there. Okay, found it. I mean, yeah, definitely Tainari is a very good addition.
Here again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
A little bit.
I'm amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving.
That is just so racist.
Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
Well, we're trying to fix
I would
that, so...
tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Thea. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta
Backstory! Love a bit of backstory.
Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Yeah. Shiny. That one.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean you don't see anyone you know?
Hello. Welcome to the stream, my friend.
Is that you?
Ah.
What a coincidence.
Well, it is 5
You
acts
here
as
for a
opposed
drink
to the
too?
normal 3. So, Yeah.
Finally, a friendly face.
I wouldn't be surprised. I thought it was going to end in
Oh,
2 for some reason.
And who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello,
Sup?
hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall.
Well, okay, I
So,
found the
Are you looking for
the
someone?
Samsara section really just
Have you
fascinating.
seen Edgar, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Admittedly, the third and
course
fourth
I
one so
have.
far, kind
Matter
of
of
boring.
fact,
Kind of boring,
we
not
were
gonna
all
lie.
drinking together
But the
just
first
a
one was
few days
fine.
ago.
It was a good intro.
I've got a spice
The second
rating
one
deal
was
from another
absolutely
nation.
fascinating.
I thought
And
maybe
just
Delavar and
the
his
best
friends might
story
be
quest I've done so
interested.
far.
Know where I can find him?
Yeah, these last two have been a bit
how
boring, but
thoughtful of
thankfully,
you.
thankfully
Then I
3 wasn't
assume
too
you
long.
also know that
So,
Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days.
Pardon me?
So, you came here to help him out?
yep,
Hey, keep it
that's
down.
my plan as well.
Let's just say
Catch
I
up before
prefer to
Natlan.
keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family.
And then
If there's more to be
stream
made,
that as new.
why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting
I was
the
about
goods.
halfway through Inazuma, I'd say, when I started
yes,
this.
How considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Again, Sumeru feels a lot like Liyue to me, because I also found Liyue mostly boring. Like the final act, or rather the final events of the act, very cool, very interesting. But most of it, very boring. And also, Liyue's huge, just too big. And now Sumeru is also way too big as well. So, yeah, I'm just having a repeat of Liyue. I'm still interested in the story, but getting there is kind of a trudge, if I'm honest. And yes, that Anara quest is just, ooh. Definitely not something I want to stream. That would be boring as hell. For me and everyone else. I can't play that without something off on my other screen watching it. Because, nah. I'm reading it, but I'm not paying much attention. Got some interesting tidbits, but mostly it's just, hey, go here, do this. Why? Because complicated reasons. Yeah.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
I mean, I've
This place is
barely,
practically
I've
deserted.
barely,
What are they doing in a place like this?
yeah, they're fun. Well, here's what happened, right? I was like, I just got Tainari, yeah? Which, by the way, if you just go on my channel, go check out my little clip I made of me doing some absolutely crazy pulls. But yeah, I was working on Tainari. I need the lotuses, yeah? So I get the big map up of where all the lotuses are, how they spawn, the best routes for it, yeah? 2 of the areas I can't access yet. And I would go, okay, how do I access them? It says, right, start this quest, and you'll get there eventually. I was like, okay, I'll start this quest. And it's all about, a bunch of missing children from the village, blah, 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 blah. We find them, they come back. It's all a bit normal. We end up having to clear out a bunch of witherings, and it turns out the last one, the chick that's with me, who's an NPC and doesn't have a vision, has to help me out to save one of the children. And then she gets hurt, and they were like, oh, we need to fix them. Let's go find the Inara, talk to them, and figure it out. It's like, okay, that's cool. And then that's how we unlock their village. And then it just goes and goes and goes. There's branches going off here and there and there and everywhere. And don't get me wrong, some of them were interesting. Skipping around in that giant robot, very interesting, very fun, very fascinating. But Christ, there's too much. There's just too much. Anyway, let's take care of these fellas, shall we?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark.
You're a fucking idiot, you are.
You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Why does anyone fuck with a vision user? Me. Auga, auga.
Oh no! It's an
Yeah, stupidity and greed.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only
That's
do
not
I
a good
know
idea.
that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. I knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake.
And you left the
I
strongest
don't
one in the
think we've
village,
actually done
didn't
that.
ya? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
No.
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think. But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Oh, all the eggs in one basket. Fantastic. This is going to be so easy.
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Sino? Sino. Oh well.
Following orders.
A new punching bag.
Excuse me. Take that!
Nope. One pick Aim and burn. Retribution! That's my only hatred of burn is that... I know it's not called burn, I just can't remember what it's fucking called. Is it moves the enemies. Just moves them completely. It's very annoying. Especially for like challenges where you've got to kill them faster than that.
How could you?
You can name it, right?
So, what do you think about your
Oh yeah,
meticulous
well she's my only
network
goddamn
now,
healer, and I'm lucky I got
How
her
did you say
3
it?
years ago
It's
because
only
I wouldn't
natural for a
have been able to
traveling mercenary
mentally
like
take
me
it
to be
having
out
to
of
do
the
all that
loop.
without a healer.
I'm guessing your informant
I just need to
told you that
upgrade
I'm
her
just an
artifacts because
incompetent
their artifacts
merc
are currently
with no real
only
fighting
4
skills,
stars.
Correct? I mean,
But otherwise
that
she's
is
bloody
what I
fantastic.
said after all. And of course, you would believe everything he reported.
With artifacts, I could probably make
The
her
only
a
thing
fucking
you know
DPSer.
about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her
Yep.
connections to gain the trust of others.
Why would anyone looking at
That's
her
what you
believe that?
thought, right?
I mean, I know
You
that
lied in
my
the
Hoyo
village
tends to have an
because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
aversion
you were stupid
to,
enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time
abs
we drank
on women,
together.
but just looking
You all
at her,
thought
you can
you were
tell
so
that's a fighter.
smart.
That's someone who fights a lot.
Pathetic.
Also,
Okay,
she has a
that should be all
fucking
of them.
vision.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru
Literal magic
Village?
fire. Why bother?
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit,
Oh, my belly.
Paimon can't remember them all.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk.
Oh, yeah.
Anger and Delavar like to
I
talk
did an
themselves
exploration
up
of
when they're
pretty much the
drinking.
entirety of Sumeru, and I came
Anger,
across
the
some very,
wide-eyed butcher,
very
and
interesting
Delavar,
areas.
The scar-riddled bandit are the nicknames they came up with for themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how King Deshret is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
Mm-hmm.
No, he isn't.
Oh.
I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow, what a genius idea!
Yeah, well, FTP
Well,
player here,
that's
so,
an expert
you know,
mercenary for ya.
I spend no money.
Ah, you're too kind.
I just suffer and
It was
only
straight
get
from
what I
the
want.
usual playbook, if I'm
I
honest.
never get what I want, unless I'm really fucking lucky, like I was last
You were
night.
saying
The other
before.
night, I mean.
Is it
About what?
about how mercenaries only care about Mora? And that anyone's a friend as long as there's
Oh,
a
yes.
profit.
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Yeah, duh.
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon.
Good. Good.
I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy.
Yep.
It's all the academia's trickery. But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything
Well,
wrong.
my last stream, I had some really good luck right near the end, so if you want to check that
Anyway,
out,
looks like we're done with
I got some
business
insane
here.
luck.
Traveler,
And
lend me a hand.
yeah, if you want to check
Let's
that out,
tie
I'll
him
put a
up
clip
and
on
bring him
both
to the
YouTube and
village.
Twitch for that one. And it's bloody insane, the amount of luck I got then. Like, sorry. It makes me think there's some sort of pity that acts on
This
when
should be
how
all
long
of
it's
them.
been since you played.
I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch.
Whew.
Until then, please stand by.
Yep. I'm lucky I got Dialect, to be
You
honest,
need
because
any
he's
help?
just an absolute beast. I don't know how I would have...
Candace will be okay on her own.
well, I would have
I
been able
trust
to,
her,
because
so you
Traveler's
can
always
too.
viable.
She's been guarding Aru village for quite
So,
some
yeah.
time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Yep. Nope. Yep. Yes. Wait, where's Traveler? Huh! Traveler isn't on this list. Interesting. Yeah. Don't really have any really good FPSs at that point. I mean, I now have Navia and Pinari, so they're going to do me real well. But no other really good 5-stars I had. I think... Nah, probably not.
You should really bring the Knights of Favonius.
So yeah, I
with
got
you
real
next
lucky
time.
when I got Dialect. early on. Oh, the next morning. Fine.
Hey, Dia!
Right on time.
Cool.
We'll know any moment now.
Apparently, I'm pretty much guaranteed to get Yelan in the next
Pretty well.
next
Have you
fall,
been
so
friends for a long
saving up for
time?
that anyway.
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility.
Yeah, it's always the way.
Us mercs, on the
Us,
other hand, we pretty much
I've been playing
live from one
Zenless
day
Zone
to the
Zero as
next.
well, and I tried to pull for Zhu Yuan. I had 120 pulls saved
Really?
up. 100 and
Thanks for
goddamn
that.
20. My 50-50? I got Grace instead. No, which is, don't get me wrong, Grace is good.
Cyno's here.
I wanted Zhu Yuan.
Early too.
Yes.
I skimped and
I was
saved
here
for
yesterday
10
to
more
help out a
pulls,
little.
and then finally got her.
To help out?
Finally got her.
Doing what?
Sharing some
But now I've got nothing
interrogation
left, so I'm not
techniques.
going to be getting Rat Girl or nothing.
You mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
I have 100 saved up. Oh,
Come on,
actually,
let's go inside.
since I'm on stream, I got 10 permanent pulls saved up, so we'll do that and see what we get. Yes, I got 100 normal ones, well, 101. Tell you what, let's go to the shop. Yeah, baby. Might as well. Could have. I don't exactly need Bido. Well, I should probably get Bido. Anyway, we've got 10 of those saved up, so let's go and see what we get. I've already got Chi-Ching. I want Chi-Chi. I might want Mona, not sure. Ooh. Ooh. I've already got him though. Well, not the worst pulls. Let's upgrade him now a bit. Where are you, Kaya? Not bad, not bad. Go that way. Upgrade fodder. Always good.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Yeah, I probably should upgrade him more.
What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
yes,
probably,
ma'am.
eventually. I don't know.
Please, don't beat us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Cyno taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal.
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may all be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry.
Yep, starting to like her.
I'll tell you everything I know, please.
Really
Just
starting to like
let
her.
us go.
I mean, her introduction was badass enough. Now this is just like, ooh, it's a cherry on top.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection, and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him. He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
Ooh, find everything, pretty much. I'm by no means an expert. I haven't played in fucking 3 years, but I caught up pretty well. Yeah, just do everything, find everything. That's pretty much it. Like, how clear are your areas? I mean, you'll probably get a fair amount from doing Fontaine, but if you've got, like, any areas you're really low on completion rates, just go out and explore. Find chests, find anything. Just do it. Finish side quests, finish, fill out your adventure journal, just do everything. Like, that's basically the way you get primos, is you just do everything. And that's all you can really do as a free-to-play player, is get everything. Do everything, and you get a lot of primos. Like, the 100 I got was pretty much from doing, the Chasm and, Chenyu Vale. The additions there. And, Menkonomiya.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way.
Doing those definitely helped get me a lot of primos to get where I am now.
He wears a cloak.
And I'll get more doing Sumeru. So yeah, that's about it. Do everything, find everything.
Envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Smooth.
Yeah.
Okay, speak.
I mean, I am free to play, but I do pay for the
mystery man they speak of could
the battle
be
pass
from the academia
and the daily primos, so that helps out a lot as well.
Some time
I haven't
ago,
maxed out this
people
month's
from the academia
battle pass yet,
attempted
but
to take the village
I'm
keepers
close,
away,
and that'll get me a
I
lot of primos that way.
refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
which means
300
it's
floors
highly
might be a
likely
struggle,
that
but
the
since you've already got
academia was purposely
72,
spreading a false rumor to trick the
it
radicals
shouldn't
into
take that much.
delivering the
But I
village
think it's
keepers
definitely
right into
doable
their hands.
as long as you just do everything. If you've got a
They
lot
were the
left,
ones who brought them here to
yeah,
begin with.
you'll have a
Now
lot.
they're trying
If
to
you
take
haven't
them
got a lot
back.
left, not much you can do.
Aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought.
If you can, try and look up
What do
codes,
they want
because
with the
there's
village keepers?
always some codes out there that'll give you like.
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found
Oh
another
yeah,
way to
you've got
exploit the
you got
scholars.
plenty to explore then. 80% Mondstadt is easy to do because it's such a small area. 50%
Regardless,
in Inazuma is
Our
also
top
fairly
priority now is
good.
locating the village keepers.
50% in Sumeru, that's
You're
even
right.
less than I've got, and Sumeru's
Isaac is
huge.
still waiting
So
for
yeah,
news
just
on his grandpa.
explore everywhere
to
you
go.
can go.
Let's
if
leave
you've
the village
done
and try to track
the
them down.
Yes.
reputation, yeah,
Pack
which
up
you
and
might
get
not have,
ready to leave.
then obviously take your compass.
You got it.
But other
Candace,
than
I'll
that, yeah,
let
just
you deal
explore,
with the
find stuff.
radicals.
Any,
Leave
everywhere you
everything
see something
outside the
glowing, go
village
to that
to
and
us.
do whatever you need to do
Alright.
there. That's what I do.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Like, I have... I've got Sumeru, somewhat started off. Most of Liyue is 8%, 80 to 90. Mondstadt is done, like just done, absolutely done. And yeah, Inuzuma's about 90%, maybe 95, and that's because I haven't gotten the treasure compass yet. But yeah, right, I need to go quickly. I require the toilet, so I'll be right back. Okie dokie. Yep, everything come back and do stuff, please. Okay, whatever. Maybe not. Alright. Okay. Yep, everything switched. Why isn't that updating? Huh. Wake up, Twitch. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. A refresh button for that. Hang on, switch back again. There we go. It's accurate. There we go. How you doing, everybody? Whew, that was fun. Alright, yeah, like I said, mate, just explore everything, find everything, do everything. It's pretty much the only way to make Primo Gems in this game. Without buying them. Oh, not to get into details, but I have eaten like shit today, and I am feeling the effects.
Let's get some food in us, and then we'll...
Oh, Hyphen's back! Yay!
Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
Why is everyone just so goddamn cool today? That'll be fine. Like, everyone we know is just so cool. There's no lame guys amongst them. They're just all so goddamn cool.
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad!
Uh-oh. Everything else, my computer's connected. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. If... Looks like it might have. Just checking if Zenless Zone Zero's up as well. Yes, and then Genshin died. Alright, so Zenless Zone Zero's not a problem. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. What's going on here? Stream lag or game lag? Yeah. That was never going to work. Are we good? Okay, cool. Good.
Let's get some food. Where did you...
Well...
You were gone for... Hey, what's with...
You never think...
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! Never mind. Paimon's got nothing.
God damn it, Paimon. You could have tried.
There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate.
Yeah, that much is
Anyway,
obvious.
You plan to leave
you don't have
our
to be an
village and
ass
keep
about
searching
it.
for the truth of this
Do ya?
matter.
yes?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru
You're
Village.
not wrong.
Bold of you to question our choices.
Headphone guy as well, but that's not really an insult, more of an observation.
Yeah, you all talk.
Skinny guy? Because he look at him, he's wearing a
While you were
tight
investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't
Seriously, look how
believe
tight that top is. You can see more of his body than you
To
can
be honest,
Chino.
we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Yeah, what is it? Bitch?
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
She?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean
No,
some
but,
of them
you know.
lied to us?
Yes.
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Gandis said?
I mean,
Most
he's an
people in
asshole.
Aru Village don't
He's our
necessarily
asshole.
care which deity is in charge of
You know?
Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
I mean, you're right, but...
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Yes.
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense
You
now.
look like a real fighter.
That makes sense.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village.
Yeah, actually,
If
yeah,
she
good point. I
sounds
didn't
too
notice
friendly
that.
towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
So
I
she
think
understands.
it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
Which means she knows it.
Honestly,
Oh.
I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
Why would
By
anyone
getting
lie?
involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
Will do. Oh, fuck. What are you doing, Genshin? Why? Oh, it's worth the servers.
I still have a lot to do with the guild. How about you take a rest while I go back?
Damn, that's a good question. At the moment, it's kind of Kazuha. Oh, well, yeah. This is a problem right now. This is definitely a problem. Yeah, it's probably Kazuha. Which is why I'm really hoping to get him as soon as possible. But I doubt I will. Because that's not how that works. Fucking... So yeah, apparently this is an issue right now. A real big issue. Oh, for fuck's sake. This far back?
Let's get some food. Where did you
Can we get through the cutscene, please?
for ages? And hey, what's with
You never...
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an, there's just nothing...
Well, anyway.
Enough with this...
No. I'm just surprised that you decided...
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at
If
our
he ever
village.
turns up again, yeah, definitely.
While you were invested...
Really?
To be honest, not to mention...
Huh? Right?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone.
What is that?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're... In other words, do you
Oh,
truly believe
we're gonna have to get through this.
Hiding the truth... Remember what Gan... By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concern. Glad you're following. Among those, the reason...
This is gonna take a
Don't
while.
change this.
It's quite obvious.
Right.
She corrected her...
I think it's been...
Remember?
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic to...
After speaking to the village chief, it became... By getting involved with him...
I'll pass on. You said that she is afraid.
We're on it!
My god, we were so close to the goddamn end of that. We were so close to the end of that. Fucking crikey. Yep. Well, I'm going to be pulling for Yalan in the next slot, so definitely want her as well.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Oh, my stomach is killing me. I am in absolute pain. So much agony. Ow.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you...
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Oh.
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want.
Will we? Or will we really?
Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May
No
I
idea. I
call
don't have
you
Hutal either.
Traveler? Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations.
Yes, I will be.
Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask some Traveler. Do you believe
So in
our
about
lives will
4
get better?
days, I think it is. 4 or 5-ish, something, days. Yeah, I'll be putting for Yalan as much as I can.
Yeah! We came here from
Apparently,
another
and I'm not very good at the
nation,
math when it
so
comes
it's so
to
wrong of you to be
pulling and all that shit, but
And
apparently I'm pretty much
we're
guaranteed
really
to get her.
residents of any one
So.
nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from
I have enough
different
banked up
places,
right now,
and we've always
and
fought
I will
for
probably
what
have
we
even more
believed
by
in.
the time I can pull for her that I'm pretty much guaranteed to get her. I think. I'm just not very sure about it.
We have friends in Sumeru,
And
we
then
like
again,
to
you're
help
never really
them.
sure.
That's why we just...
I want to trust you.
Oh, fuck.
My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Oh.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yep, and such groups always do.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
Mm-hmm.
There are ghosts?
No, Paimon,
Perhaps.
for fuck's sake.
I'm not sure.
You fucking
It's
dumbass.
faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
There's really
That
nothing around
upside down
these
pyramid
parts,
is so goddamn cool.
except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go.
Finally, a lead. How do we get there? Around the corner and up the side, I will find my bride. God, they need to add mounts to this game. Or some way of moving fast. I don't care how it works, I just want it. They've made the world way too big for us not to have some sort of faster movement. I don't even want it flying, I just want the ability to move faster. Oh wow, scorpions. Weak scorpions. Well, weird encounter. That one is there. Ignore the ceiling. Ignore. Exploration. We're not here to explore, we're here to play the story. But hey, if we make this CD go ahead, what's the problem? It's going our way, innit? I bloody loved it. Trying to figure out that shit is like crack to me. Is it Groundhog Day? Is it time ripping? Is it all in our heads? Yes, by the way, it's all in our heads.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
How heartless.
Better than nothing.
Alright, peeps. How we doing? Oh, God. There.
Is this the place? Oh, it's in terrible shape. And there's sand everywhere.
It's a desert, you dumb
and
bitch.
forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
I'll be back.
No, you won't. You're dead.
Monsters, watch out!
Aha! Caught it. Oh, and it's still spinning. Smashy, smashy. Oh, this isn't where we're supposed to go. Fine, I'll go back up. I'll come back to this later. Oh, whoopsie. I'm sure we'll get to the back to it in a minute, but I think I kind of skipped ahead. Yeah, well, it's better than hearing 5 fucking people say, time for an... Oh, great, a new test subject. Oh, great, a new test subject. All at the same fucking time.
Just following orders.
I'm sure I'll get annoyed with these guys eventually, but goddamn, those treasure hunters, man.
I'll take my leave.
Oh my fucking god, that was great. Oh my god, that felt so much better. Oh. Holy dikeys. Oh, that was a relief. Oh, that was disgusting, but that was a relief. Ooh. Razor clams. That's cool. Give me arrowheads, you bitches. Oh, one of you fuckers. I haven't done it yet. No, I need to get started on that. Yeah, it's very much a roguelike one. I didn't get to see it before I stopped playing 3 years ago, but I've, you know, put my head in since restarting. I just need to do more of it, but I'm kind of focusing on improvements at the moment.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected. Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
No shit, Sherlock. Hang on, you know, no. You're supposed to, like, shoot it or hit it with your weapon. You can't just wave your hand and activate it. That's not how that works.
Let's go in and take a look.
Probably. It might be something I do in between actually finishing all the story stuff and then doing it on... and then getting up doing that, but we'll see.
Hey, we haven't found Squat.
Yes.
Sure we aren't wasting
Well,
our time
I'm working on that.
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
Smart.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
See, he can be nice.
The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
I've always got the sense that the Traveler is canonically very, 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 very smart. He seems to understand whatever he's taught about. Plus, like, the dude has basically been alive for millennia. If he's still dumb now, then there's no hope for him. So he probably understands a lot more than he lets on as well. And again, he's kind of this immortal being who's been around for possibly thousands of years, possibly millions, and is now limited to being a normal human, basically. Even though he's like this super god who can fly and travel wherever he wants. Yeah.
How is he so relaxed?
Don't look at me. I'm no expert myself.
In a creepy place like this. Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already.
No.
But anyway, so Paimon's
You don't know anything about Sumeru.
Read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Another burp would be really good right now.
Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. True, that is his you know,
below.
best part of being a traveler still, but it's still fairly limited in what, in essence of what he can do.
The interior here.
You know. Also, I think canonically his abilities with the elements is a lot better than what we are able to actually do in
There's a
game.
hidden structure.
I mean, there's that bit at the end of it in Izuma where he makes a fucking,
It's like they tucked another
you know,
hospital into
12-foot
this
long
one.
fucking sword
Oh, it
made out of
looks
lightning.
Like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
For one.
Keep up.
For you. Retribution!
Power the desert python!
Really? Aww. Ah. Easy peasy. Atu. Okay, so they're not that far out. Here we go. Peace. Oh, really? Interesting. I'll have to find out about that later. Oh, pardon me. I need that.
Keep up.
Interesting.
Look,
Oh,
there's
pardon
someone
me.
over there.
Do excuse me.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Good luck. You fly.
Wait.
See if that works. Yeah.
You're...
From the... Oh, you're a keeper.
Can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather.
No shit, Sherlock.
Also, why is he the only one here?
Because he's the only one left alive.
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
Yes.
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things.
Oh.
He never trained in the forest.
So
let
they've been
alone
using
reach
the
Satyavada life.
divine knowledge thing to fuck people's brains up then.
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away.
Yep.
For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That's what I was thinking.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory.
Because he's a smart guy.
Recall your time at Port Ormos.
Yeah,
Don't
they're
you
using...
think his symptoms look familiar?
Yeah.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
She finally
Correct.
gets it.
The Academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
First, the Academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection,
it's a good way of
emphasizing the
getting
role
rid
of
of
the village
dissidents.
keepers, the mad scholars who
And
were
then
exiled to Aru
finding
village.
ways to get rid of them.
These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the Academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals
There
for
you
their
go,
own
fucking
ends,
blade.
this scheme has one further advantage to the Academia.
All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago.
beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises.
Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret,
and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholar's identity.
Oh boy. I accidentally ripped out my cable and then now everything's back at max volume. But only for the fucking thing.
First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were... An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Yep.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
Where did you think it came
With the
from?
technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
So...
I will make that decision when I finish Fontaine.
Nope. Nah. Hyman doesn't want to
You
think
know.
about this.
So far, probably Raiden? But we'll see what happens.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects.
Gendro is...
Anyway,
also
judging by
enduring.
Rasak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process.
Okay, so they're not
Or
putting the
perhaps
divine knowledge
his
capsule in his head.
curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Yep.
But Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
God, I hope not.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, the Academia is going out of their... I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail.
You mean you're not...
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Academia
Fontaine,
may as well shut
from
its
what
doors.
I've seen, looks very interesting
Sounds
to
like
me.
you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Yes.
Probably not.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
So he's,
The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
He's very much lawful good. Lawful neutral, I'd say.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but
okay.
You're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset.
So this is why
life would definitely be a lot
What's-her-face sent us to the
I'm just a more likable person
desert
than her in
to
general.
find out about this shite.
There's nothing more to it than that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after.
Oh, interesting. Always doing that. Always hate it. Yeah, I've had a few good moments from this game, playing some good stories and having very emotional moments that just made me want to cry both in joy and sadness. So yeah, and also, shout in excitement for the awesome moments.
We're back!
So yeah, Genshin's good at that shit.
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
Rising up to another one.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
Oh, come on.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
It's the kid! No, wait. No. That would be hilarious, though.
Are our friendships that shallow?
No. They've already said that What's-Her-Face had like a microphone thing on her, like a tracker of some sort. So maybe that's what we got on us.
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So yeah, he's all about logic,
So what
that's for
you're
sure.
saying is, Sino's the mole.
Not complicitly, though, I think.
Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Al-Haytham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra?
He has his roles and he plays them to it.
As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you?
Well, they know him, they know how he acts, how he works. It
If
makes
you
sense.
want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
Yep.
The Academia
That's a very good analogy.
is monitoring me?
Very good analogy.
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day, On this day, the Academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too?
Yeah.
But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The Academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side.
Yeah.
Tenacity of will and
if
steadfast
they had any
faith are
morals, would
worthless
mean
to
that
the
they'd stop.
Academia. They need scholars who are
But
easily
that's
pliable
just me.
and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I'm...
Whoa, you bet.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now!
Hello?
If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
How's it going?
Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too.
No, we need to go fast, kid. We need to go fast.
You want to...
I want to find Grandpa.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's... Paimon feels like...
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm worried that we've got it wrong or very right. Oh, that's better. Ooh, getting better with each bet. Flying, flying. Zoom. Zoom. And... Very good, very good, very good.
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Go. Ooh.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Oh, look, we're similar.
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Oh, we're getting there.
There's
We are
something
getting
here.
there.
What's this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper.
Looks really cool, though.
They must have been escorted this way, because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances...
Cool. Alright. I need to go take another quick break. I'll be right back.
Is this what we're searching
Hang on.
for?
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
Wait a bit.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must
Yeah, I
have been
doubt it.
attacked along the way.
Good.
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry. Your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch...
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
That was, kind of a day ago,
Let's
I
keep
think.
going.
It really
Can't
depends.
have gone far.
Now I go. Be right back. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I am unfortunately not doing too well, so I'm gonna have to call it cut right here, because frankly I'm in too much pain, so I have to go lie down with my stomach and hopefully feel better in the morning, but sorry about that, time to end it sooner than I expected, so.
The value of knowledge.
Thank you for watching, please like and subscribe if you think I deserve it, and if you think I don't, then please comment how to do better. I'm gonna go scream in pain now.